Hi, everyone of the sign of Pisces. I'm here today to give you your message for March 2025. I hope you enjoy it. Before we start the message, I need to allow you to know about some astrology that's going to be affecting, I want to say, the collective, but, and very important that you are aware that you're not going crazy during this time, okay? So the first thing is and that on the 14th of March, we will have a full moon in the sign of Virgo. The thing is that full moon is not only aligning to a lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo that is going to kind of be aided by the sign of Libra, but also that's when the Mercury retrograde starts in the sign of Aries during Aries season. So any Mercury retrograde kind of comes to bring you a lesson. This is the authorities kind of energy, okay? But let's go back to the full moon in Virgo. That full moon in Virgo is going to be revealing to you the things that you have not wanted to see that has been blocking your career, your finances, and your physical well-being, okay? Now, when Libra comes in, she's kind of telling you, hey, so now that we see the chaos, the problem, the blocks, the limitations, how can we balance this energy and kind of remove it and reclaim our power in this energy? Okay, so that's what that full moon energy is going to be like calling out to us. The second thing is a new moon in the sign of Aries, okay? And not only that, we are going to have a solar eclipse that day, and that will be also aligned with a sign of Libra, just as to the Emperor masculine energy. Okay, now this is going to be affecting all the signs for 6 months, so you will be seeing effects of this eclipse all the way to, I want to say, September. All right. And then, like I said, the Mercury retrograde will be taking place. And the funny thing, not funny, is from the 14th to the 29th, Mercury retrograde will be in the sign of Aries. And then it shifts to the sign of Pisces till the 6th of April. But that energy of the two eclipses, lunar, solar, and then combined with the energy of the retrograde in all affecting the sign of Aries, first house emperor leadership energy, is a shake up of the foundation of leadership. There has been an unhealthy pattern of imbalance where the masculine energy tends to oppress everyone around you. It feels like an emperor card in reverse where you believe that you are a leader because you oppress, you talk down, you limit all the other things that are above you. And the only people that you want under you as authority figures are people that are less than you. So nobody has to shake up I want to say, in the narrative that you have established. This is what I'm saying. You is that energy of the tyrannical male, masculine energy of the emperor in reverse. And that is the call that is going to be addressed during this portal period. What you as an individual during this energy is being called to do is to claim back your power, to realize that this tyrannical energy only has energy and power and authority because they're on your shoulders. And if you get the monkey off your back, then what are they going to do? And this is them realizing that they have no power at all. It feels like you are going to be revealing during this time illusions of things that we have been releasing our powers on. This can be religion, this can be politics, this can be your family, this can be your relationship, and this can be yourself. Because let's be honest, all that external noise is just for you to finally go all the way to the core of the problem, which is you, and where you gave up your power, where you have allowed another to dictate your life pattern, right? And so this is a situation in which you will be like, I want to be slapped in the face, right? During this entire time of where we have been a victim when we should have claimed our power and said, you know what, I'm nobody's bitch, right? So you're going to be called to reclaim your power. Now, if you choose to do it correctly and reclaim the power and not make yourself a victim, these next 6 months will be a thing where you are actively taking action, because it's all about you, right? It's you actively taking action to bring back all the things that you had let go of because you gave a power to a thought form, a memory, a person, place, thing, or energy. Okay. So this is like where I gave that person the power to tell me I'm beautiful. I gave that person the power to tell me that I'm lovable. I gave that person a power to tell me that I'm smart. I gave that person the power to tell me that I'm strong. And so now I'm going to start calling it back to myself. This is a very strong, hard discovery cycle. It's going to negatively impact a lot of people because a lot of people have been working in the narrative of I'm the victim. Everything is against me. Everyone is against me, and everybody's responsibility is to make me feel better because I have no way of making myself feel better. And so it's a narrative that's in the collective. So then you will be feeling it internally, externally around you. It's going to seem like the world is going upside down. But if you're able to see that that's what's happening, you won't lose your shit. And so that's the reason I'm telling you about that. So these are the influences that are going to be strongly affecting not only you, but I want to say the world in large. So let's see you, my Pisceans, how this is going to be affecting you. I'm going to go and pull 3 cards for every single week of the month of March, and then an oracle card to give more information. First week. I mean, I mean, that's all I'm going to say. Oh, I got more cards than I expected, but okay. So the first thing that we have jump out of the jump is the 4 of Swords. Okay. The 4 of Swords, it's literally feeling trapped, bound. Your mouth can't talk. Your nothing can talk. And you're in like a mental, physical, emotional prison, right? And then we go with the sign of Libra here with the card of Justice. Justice is literally investing. Do you see how he's holding a medallion in his hand? He's investing. He is giving credit to where credit is due. He is investing, and he is coming into balance with what is the real truth according to me. I gave you the power. You never had it, and so now I'm taking it back. And that's super important because this is interesting because these things came out. One of the things that you're going to be confronting the first week, right, is emotional intelligence. We have the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups together, divine masculine, divine feminine energy. It's your duality, dual nature when it comes to your emotions. The thing I like about the Queen of Cups here is that even though she's in the collective underneath the water of everything, she is covering her cup, protecting her sanity, her energy, her autonomy. Also, in the masculine King of Cups, he is protecting his pearls of knowledge where his cup is, and there's a dragon fiercely protecting it. So it's kind of one of those things that you're being told, are you going to continue to allow people to use your emotions to negatively influence you? You see this in all social media. These are like those clickbaits that you see, especially on tarot channels, and especially on the spiritual channels. I'm like, I don't know if you guys are aware, and if you have a channel, you are being coached, right, as to the clickbaits that you can do for people to hit your site. Okay. Now, I stopped putting any kind of title on this because if you're not of my frequency, I do not want you here, right? Because the thing is that um, the web connects many different dimensions together. Oh my God, we're going to go into some weird spiritual shit. So the web connects a whole mess of spiritual dimensions together. And there are people of lower frequencies that are on here. And when we connect through social media, we are literally um, tuning down our frequency to their frequency. So we're now giving power and our energy and our strength and our abilities to that low frequency energy. And we're feeding into it this negative narrative. So be very careful what you click on. Be careful how it shifts you. If it shifts you in a thing where you're a victim, you're disempowered. I'm so tired of all these these different channels that are very, very big on, this person's doing that to you, this other person's doing that to you, you're the poor victim, you're the poor victim, you're the poor victim. A victim mentality is, I gave my power to XYZ, magic, superpowers, yada yada. It doesn't matter what it is, but I'm giving it to them, right? And every single time we hold on to those narratives and those belief systems and that story and that story and that story, we are binding ourselves to that narrative. And so right here is you strongly protecting your mind, your emotions, because you're becoming emotionally sovereign. And then we have the nine of swords, which is because then the fortune teller, the seer, is filling your head with doubts, fears, and worries about the future. This is why I'm saying it. I feel like I'm calling out um, individuals to really pay attention to what you connect to. There are fortune tellers out there that, because they haven't completely healed, are in this narrative of you're a victim, you're a victim, you're a victim, poor you. And there's every single time, like, I put out a video that when I connect to that collective, and that is like that, you don't want to see how many views I get. But when it's something where it's self-empowerment, that you need to put on your big girl pants or your big boy pants, and you're going to face this bitch, and you're not going to allow them to take you down, and yes, it's going to hurt, and yes, it's going to suck, but you got the power to get out of this. Just stop crying and keep going. Whenever I have that kind of energy, I have like two people that see the video, and I'm like, you know what? Those are my collective. Those two people that are willing to stay the entire message, are willing to hear the entire message, and are willing to reclaim their power, their autonomy, and their willingness to like create change in their lives. Magic is real magic, not these dumbass fools that are saying, I'm going to curse this person, I'm going to curse that person, right? I'm saying real magic is one where you use it to heal yourself, to transform yourself, to transmute yourself, and then to be able to move forward. Magic that is used in the way that magic was intended to is a transmutation of self. And when you transmute yourself, you change your world. Like, as I started healing and as I started changing and I started evolving, the people around me started changing. It wasn't the people around me, it was me. And my energy makes and forces people around me to either change, to assimilate to this reality that I'm in, or to leave my reality and do not cross this path again. And that's creating healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries is not saying, you're triggering me, get away, you're karmic, get away, get away. No, 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 no. It's realizing why you believe that person's karmic, how you gave up their power. Because when a person say, you're narcissistic, you're karmic, you're narcissistic, you're karmic, when they have that mindset, they're a victim to a narcissist, to a karmic. Because who cares? So they're a narcissist, so they're a karmic. Who cares? My thought process is, so why did you allow that energy in? What are you doing that is karmic and narcissistic and that is mimicking this person? How can you help yourself to get out? This is what this is talking about. Releasing yourself from the fucking dream of the collective and balancing yourself out by balancing your emotions and knowing how to protect your emotions, and how your emotions at times are being used to negatively influence you and tie you to a narrative that is not the one you want. And a lot of it has to do with like fortune tellers or people that you connect to online, or these people that are like feeding you things that are lies. And it's funny how many people out there would prefer to see a reel that's like 2 to 3 minutes long or 1 minute long that tells them you're fucking awesome, or this card tells me that you're a winner, instead of going through a process of a 30-minute reading or a 20-minute reading where a person is detangling your destructive mindset so that you can see how to get out of a situation. A lot of people want a pill to fix their problems. A lot of people want a magic spell that poof, everything is magically delicious. And what you're realizing is that the truth or the real way of spirituality is the hard work. And I think that there's a lot of spiritual people right now that are walking away from spirituality because the fake it till you make it, like I'm faking I'm some kind of guru and telling everybody what to do. Now, these people are being confronted with all their demons, because if you're going to fake being a spiritual person, you're going to get the ream up your ass so that you know what a real spiritual person has to go to be that spiritual person. And so, I guess I'm feeling like very validated right now, because I feel like a lot of fake spiritual people are really gonna feel it, and it's about damn time. Because these people with their traumas and spreading their trauma, saying narcissist this, narcissist that, karmic this, karmic that, like spell work here, spell work there, are actually spreading their disease throughout the world. And this is broken people that are bleeding from their wounds, that are spreading their wounds to everybody else. And there's this huge narrative and this huge group that is definitely accepting it. I'm saying a lot to say the fact that that is what you're waking up from, and you're coming to the realization that holy shit, this is hard. Holy shit, maybe it's me. I'm the problem. It's me, right? This is 2025. It's a year of 9. And I told you guys, if you guys look at the astrology, and if you don't, I recommend you guys following this channel, subscribing, and making sure you see every month, every Sunday, I put out the astrology of the week. It's a weather report. It's like the fucking blueprints, or what is it, cliff note versions of what will come up. And if you are smart enough to understand what the message is trying to tell you, you can literally avoid hiccups. Astrology literally is telling you what's up. This is the reason I told you what was going on with this portal that we're going to be going through, because then when the shit hits the fan, wait a second, this is not, oh my God, I'm going through a crisis, everything is terrible, I'm spiritually attacked. This is, oh, let me put my pants on. This is the time for me to put my strap down my bootstrap and actually take action for the change I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm not going to go down quietly in the night, and I'm not going to bend down so somebody can screw me in the ass. I'm going to do the action. I'm going to do this shit, and I'm going to get the fuck out of this Dodge, because I'm not supposed to be in a reality where I'm somebody's bitch. You see? Wow, this is making me very feisty, Pisces. But I know that your full moon on the 28th is going to be triggering a lot of this change. And I also know that your sign is in the North Node at this time, so you're being called to like be that shit. So I'm just really laughing inside of me about all these people that faked it to make it, that they're literally gonna meet their maker, you know. So Oracle. Wow, we're 18 minutes in just to talk about that. Oh, shut the freaking front door. I got the card Aquarius. All are capable of dreaming, but it is those who surrender to vision who are the visionaries. And this is Aquarius. And this is what I was saying to people before. The age of Aquarius is the age of chaos. Why? Because every mask is being pulled away. All the lies you talked about, how, oh, I'm this, I'm that, blah, blah, blah. You're being forced by the universe to put your money where your mouth is. And then you're going to be forced to fall into the line of the energy that you truly are. No more fake. No more false prophets. No more fake everything. That's what's up. And right here is like, okay, put your money where your mouth is. First week is put your money where your mouth is. You say you want to be spiritual. You say you want a good relationship. You say you want money. You say you want to be independent. You say you want to have this. You say you want to be this other thing. Then it's about time you put your money with your mouth is. Because a lot of people sit there and it's, I wish. I'm doing all these spiritual practices. I'm talking to all these guides. I'm doing all these rituals. But then when they have to take action on it, they bail. And what people don't understand is that when you connect to a spiritual entity, and you keep requesting things and they open doors for you and you walk away from the door because it requires you to do something, and then you tell them, wait, no, you don't get it, I want you just to hand it on my lap and I don't have to do anything, then they start walking away from you. Then they don't know your name, and then you feel abandoned. And that's exactly where you're supposed to be, because just as much as you abandoned them because you didn't follow through in what you said you were going to do, that's the same way they're doing it to you. It's like eye for an eye kind of energy. Okay. And the spiritual team, right? I mean, the spiritual world right now is no joke. Like they're up to here. They've had it. And so if you're gonna sit there and be a victim, they're gonna be like, deuces. Be the victim. Swim in your own shit of your own making. And we're gonna allow things to keep happening to you. Second week. This reading is gonna be harsh. I can tell it now. It's not going to be listened to by a lot of people, but I give two. Look at that second week deck. I love this deck card because do you see this big skeleton, the evil skeleton that she was so scared of? And when she pulls it back, she reveals a person's arm. The evil monster that's been attacking you has always been you. Second thing is the Page of Cups in reverse. Literally, it's saying this is not a surprise to you. You just never wanted to accept it. And the third thing that comes out, the World card. And it's happening all around the world. You are not the only one that's going to be going through this. The big boogeyman is being revealed. And everybody is realizing it. I'm a victim. I have no power. I have no authority. That's a boogeyman. Once you confront that, then the boogeyman dies. Then we have Bridget Doll. Thread by thread, I weave my desires, working as one with the source of creation powers. Literally, what they're saying is that you're slowly sewing yourself back together, weaving your true reality. But you know what that does? That means you have to take action. That means that you have to do the work. You see, and that's what people don't understand. It's like I keep talking about the book of Matthew, and where he says, knock and the door shall be open, seek and you shall find, ask and you shall receive, because all that knock the door shall be open for them, all that seek shall find, and all that ask shall be given to them. Every single one requires an action. You came to earth so that you can evolve your spirit, not so that you can sit there and ask God to help you with everything and then give it to me in my hand because my ass is too heavy to get up and do something. That's what this is. Ooh, I'm gonna trigger some fools in this in this energy. Oh my God. And this message is only for those that have ears to hear, because if you're a victim, this is gonna hurt your feelings. She's a bitch, blah blah blah, thumbs down, thumbs down, and down. If you are a realist, you can see the truth behind the words that are being spoken. When I'm telling you this, is because I've experienced the same thing. I stopped crying and I got myself up and I said, F this, I'm nobody's bitch. My asshole was hurting too much by being fucked by me ass. So I'm not going to let somebody do it anymore. Wow, this one's going to be third week. Shut up. The Aquarius card came up again. Third week, super important. We got two major arcanas, even though every week is important because we've so far gotten a major arcana every week, but this one has two. The first two that flew out is the Empress card with the Star card. The Empress card and the Star card is you will start creating who you truly are because your mask is being removed. If you do not like what you are creating, this is why I told you that this period of this portal is revealing to you where your hiccups are that has stopping your career, your finances, your career, your money, and your physical well-being. But it's also saying balance it out, Libra. Libra came out in this reading, okay? And then we go to the full moon that is saying, okay, now we told you that. Now it's time for the next 6 months for you to prove what world you belong to. If it's shit, do something about it. And they will help you. If you choose not to, then you belong to the world that you have chosen when you haven't done anything. Okay? And here we have the Seven of Coins in reverse, which literally says, stop investing. Stop investing. Let's see what you're supposed to be stopping investing on. Stop investing in the past and move into calmer waters. Six of Swords. Literally, stop investing in the negative narrative that you have created. The narrative that says, I have no power, I have no will, I have no authority. All of us came into this world with power, will, and authority. You know, I just listened to this chick from Spain, and she went through a lot of stuff, right? And she goes, stop saying that everybody's in the same boat. We're not in the same boat. We're in the same ocean. That's the collective ocean. Some of us, we have a yacht, right? Some of us, we have a boat. Some of us only have a floater. And some of us have to figure out how to swim, right? Truth. Depending on where you landed, depends on how much you are supposed to heal, evolve, and increase in your life, right? And because you landed on a boat doesn't necessarily mean that you didn't have no karma. It just means that you probably are not going to learn too much in this reality, because this is one of your coasting lifetimes, right? We all get a coasting lifetime. But when you got thrown in the middle of the ocean and you were told, bitch, swim or sink, right? Then that means that there's a big spiritual evolution that you came to do. Your spirit is becoming stronger. It's leveling up. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same, right? And so this reading is hot. All I'm going to say. Then we have Snowflake. Every moment is a sacred gift, a blessing you shouldn't take for granted. And you know what? When I heard snowflake, I actually thought of that narrative that, the Republican Party's been using a lot. Oh, they're just so snowflakes. They're so snowflakes. They're so brittle, they'll break from anything, right? And it's like, I'm thinking to myself, that's exactly the narrative that you're killing. Your snowflake narrative. Because you're sensitive doesn't mean that you aren't able to get up and fight for yourself. But those oppressive energies have gotten used to you sitting in a corner crying about how save me, save me. And they use it for their investment. So then my question is, are you a snowflake? You're stronger than that. And so let's be the person we're supposed to be. Now, the fourth week, we see you taking action, even though you're not sure what you're doing, but you're trying. Page of Wands. The second thing that came out with the third thing that came out is the Six of Cups with the Four of Coins. That's actually not a bad thing, because where you start is in the beginning. Okay? This is when they tell you, go back to square one, go back to the roots, go back to the beginning, right? The problem didn't start now. It started a long time ago. You are still feeding that person, that energy, that identity from the past. So you need to go back to that person, that identity, to the past. Accept what you need to accept, and then get to the point of allowing it to die so that you can become you. Because as long as you're still that person that went through that thing, and that other person had more power over you, and they treated you this way, and this situation was like that, and this was so unfair, this was so unfair, this was so unfair, this was so unfair, you're never somebody different. You are the age, the mentality, and the actions of that age. And you can be 60 and you are still behaving like whatever age you were in that moment of time that you keep repeating about how it was unfair. And you're taking actions and you're living your life and you're connecting to a partner and you're having children in that age. How sound is that? How old are you? Do you think that's even safe? This is the person, the process starts by taking action at returning to the age you were, where you started this problem, because you're still holding on to it. Four of Pentacles. That's the first part of it, letting that go. And it will be the 6 months of letting that go. It will be difficult. And then I'm hearing this is going to take you at least 3 years. Then we have greenhouse. May it be clear the intentions I sow in preparation for the path ahead. This is literally, you see how there's winter all around and she just has a greenhouse full of plants and stuff? This is literally saying all around you is winter. All around you is chaos and all around you is shit. But you are going to preserve a small place inside of you where this is the seeds I'm planting. And I am going to daily invest 5, 10, 20 minutes on those seeds I planted so that I move forward. So then from those seeds, I can create a field. And from those fields, I can create a forest. And from that forest, I can create the change. Because winter will leave me. Because I am stuck. And I have been stuck in this abyss for way too long, where nothing grows and nothing survives and it's all shit. And I know I don't belong here. But it has to be, I know I don't belong here. I accept the life that I'm supposed to have. And I take action, no matter how hard it is, no matter how unfair, no matter how degrading, to get the fuck out of this place. So now we go to the full moon, what is coming with it. And we have self-discipline. This is like number one, what I've been talking about this entire time. If you want to know what the Mercury retrograde is going to bring you, if you want to know what the planets are trying to say to you, all it's saying is get up, tie up your bootstraps, pull up your pants, and get disciplined. Second, and the new moon is saying moderation. And look at, these are mirroring energies, the exact same thing, just the opposite. One of the biggest problems that you have right now is the fact that when you're able, when you can, you do this excess and you self-sabotage. It's like when somebody hasn't worked out for, I want to say, their entire lives, and then they do a New Year's resolution that they're going to lose weight and get healthy, and then they go to the gym for 2 hours, and then the next day they can't even stand up, and then they give up on the whole damn thing. I tell people a little goes a long way, and the small victories have a stronger way of creating a strong foundation within you and acceptance within you than these huge, impactful changes. Small is better. And the retrograde has 2. Shut up. We have effort and pride. Both of them are red, which is talking about the foundation root chakra, right? And this is talking about you have to put forth an effort to return your pride. Okay? So being prideful is actually not a bad thing. Excessive pride, everything in excess is always shit. Like too much water can freaking kill you. Too much sugar can freaking kill you. Too much love can freaking kill you. Not enough love can freaking kill you. Everything in excess is bad. But you have to realize that you have given up a sense of autonomy and pride of self and pride of your worth value. And that's what you need to return to you. And you will do it one small step at a time. I hope you understand that message. I hope it helps you. And I hope we'll see you the next time.